should be good to go.
No?
Oh, yo, we're pumping as we speak.
Whoa.
We are pumping
Whoa.
as we speak. Ooh, this is, dude, if we find rejection off this red trend line, it's going to be
We're live.
no bueno. I know. We're live, eh?
Oh, fully.
So, yo, first off, I know, there's probably not a lot of people here, but
There's 0 people. 3 people.
how you been, man? How's France? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Have you seen our Twitter recently? Like ours, like our personal. Hello? Uh-oh. We're having connection issues here. Internet connection is unstable.
Oh, man. Yeah,
oh
we're
no,
good.
I'm
good.
back.
We're back.
Yeah, my bad.
We're back.
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I can hear
okay,
you.
okay. I think the issue's with me this time.
Was it?
I think
I think it's
so.
me.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think I'm still being targeted, man. All my adventures in France and all that are really catching up to me right now.
Yes. So we have very important questions here in the chat, man. Tiny saying up or down, bueno or no bueno. Look, man, things were looking no bueno, but now things are looking a bit more muy bueno. But
Literally, like this second.
yeah, but the bueno-ness is still unclear. We still need more confirmation to understand bueno or no bueno.
Right.
That's where I'm at right now, man. It's actually crazy. We're pumping pretty substantially right now.
We are heavily pumping, actually. Can you take that percentage wise? What are we at right now? Is this I think this just happened right now.
Yeah, no. So in the hour, we've pumped 2.8%. That's pretty substantial. So we're testing this red resistance line as we speak. So, I mean, man, look, if we can get back above this red trend line, if the market's like, now we ain't fucking with this Elon FUD, that could be a pretty big deal. That could be pretty substantial.
Look, man, talking about the Elon FUD, did you know right now Walmart has a discount on bats and face masks?
No way. You're going to have to send me that link.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to deal this the proper way, I think really got to show up.
Yeah, and yo, by the way, before people like enter the live stream, yo, I sent 1 ETH to Elon on this ad. It told me if I send 1 ETH, they'll send 2 ETH back. But I still haven't gotten anything. I'm kind of worried, man. It's been a couple of days.
Did you get dropped when you were a kid?
Not that I remember. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it should be good, right? I think maybe I just said more, right? It's probably like a gas fee issue, right?
Yeah. I would say like double down on it.
Right. Yeah. All or nothing. 100x leverage. Yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So yeah, people, thank you very much for tuning in. If you want to help Brendan here, just regain some of his brain cells after some of these investments he's making, 100% we need that. But man, so Elon dropped this again.
Whoa, man! I feel personally. This is a personal attack. This got real personal real quick. Look, man, I don't know about all that because I've been making pretty substantial, profitable investments. I've been buying the dip, and I'm up a lot of stuff here. So,
are you gonna let the people know today?
I don't know about all that. Maybe we'll let the people know if we can get enough likes. Yes. We'll definitely let the people know. But yeah, man, look. With all that, aside, guys, thank you so much for being here. Dude, that is a scam. Yes, no, I am aware.
He's joking.
Yes. Guys, come on. You guys should, people who don't watch this probably don't know, but if you guys watch 100%. This, you should know. So, man, look, let's take a look here.
We're the goofiest channel, man.
We're the goofiest channel that brings you
George's,
the Gucciest setups.
Is talking.
Can you guys hear me? It seems like either me or Messin is having some connection issues.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so no, I was saying a lot of people are talking about Elon's new profile picture. So if you want to show that as well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Does that mean he's bullish? Does that mean he's bearish? We don't know, guys. And I don't really take his I obviously it's moving the market, man, but god damn, just leave this alone. And thing is, look, we were talking before this too. Do you blame him? Like if right now
100%. Yes.
If no. Do you blame the action? Like let's say right now, there's a whole community. There's a bunch of billions.
Everyone's to blame.
Huh?
Everyone,
Yeah,
there's plenty of blame to go
sure.
around.
But you literally tweet a meme and a stock drops 20-30%. Or if you tweet something else and it pumps
Yeah, that's
40, 50,
it's an
100%.
illogical market. Yeah, it's an illogical market. People are acting irrationally. But with that being said, man, I think the dump happened so fast after the tweet that there has to be bots involved and there has to be
Think
manipulation.
so?
There has to. The price dropped so quick. Like, man, I'm following these markets 24/7 and I found out like 10, 15 minutes after it happened. So, like there has to in the vast majority of people aren't on top of this market as me because they're not staring at the screen all day long. So, man, there
Right.
has to be some bots set up to sell whenever, Elon tweets, hashtag Bitcoin, because he's
That's
usually
true.
bearish, especially recently. So, um,
Right.
no, man. In my opinion here, like if we go to our Twitter, I don't know if you've seen how much we've been tweeting here.
Yeah.
I want to show you something here. So this candlestick right here, I don't know what time frame this was exactly when Elon sent out that tweet with the Bitcoin heartbreak.
Yeah.
So man, yes, there was plenty of resistance with Bitcoin. Yes, there was low volume on the bullish breakout. There's plenty of reasons to think why we could have broken down. But bottom line is Elon Musk caused this dump, caused this correction. It's purely Elon Musk.
Right.
He's messing with people's money. And so,
That's true. You gotta stop messing around.
yeah, you definitely got to stop messing around. Did he change his profile picture again?
Yeah, he did. There was initially that whatever with
He
the
just changed it.
eyeglasses.
Yeah, yeah. Or was I?
Right now? No, there's a different Twitter,
Oh,
man.
this is different. My bad.
Hey, get with the program, man.
Oh wait, no, he
Yeah,
just.
there we
There we go. There we go. So yeah, I don't know if this means he's bullish on Bitcoin again or not, but this guy
look, I
needs to get
mean,
in the lobby.
honestly, I want him to say and tweet as much as he can about it because I want just the community to get to be less resilient, just smarten up a bit, man. That I don't want no tweets from Elon. I want him to tweet about it as much as he want and just it not being affected.
Yeah.
But the market is a bit I guess immature. There's a lot of people that there was that one survey I forgot what it was it CNN or something or some other place, but one out of four investors in the crypto market actually knows what they're invested in. Yeah, 75% people of the investors in the crypto space don't know what they're in, don't know the mechanism, don't know what the technology is and all that. So
Yeah.
I guess a tweet from Elon makes sense to drop this price.
Yeah, man, and what we're seeing too is there's a lot of charts that show this that it's weak hands that are being shaken out. People who've held Bitcoin in the recent, you know, in the past 155 days, people who've only held Bitcoin 155 days and under are the people selling, and the people buying are people who've held Bitcoin for years. So
And I never understood what laser eyes is. Like, what is that?
I still don't get it. I don't know. It's something to do with like the bullishness of Bitcoin and crypto, but
I see.
yeah, I don't
If
get
you
it.
guys
So
know what it is, if you want to let us know in the chats, I'm really interested because we heard about it a lot too.
yes, Messin is interested in some crypto education.
Look, I want to get into
100%.
that, so, geeky side. I feel like there's a whole community, that's gonna start coming into the crypto space, especially all these gamers as well. And yeah, we gotta get in the weeds of it, man. If there's a small anime picture is gonna move the price, I want to know about it.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure where these laser eyes originated from, but man, look. Bottom line is this is a bullish signal, but this guy's constantly tweeting FUD and bullish. He's constantly flip flopping. I mean, look at this. Did you see this,
I saw it.
bro? He knows that his tweets are dumping the price, and he's tweeting about it. He knows what he's doing.
What if to him this was like, oh, I miss you too, as in like he actually likes Bitcoin, man.
I
You know?
mean, he's doing a very bad job getting it across. And bottom line is, he's playing. At the end of the day, he's playing with people's money. Like this is
Right.
also if Bitcoin just continues to like forever react based off Elon's tweets, then that's not good. That shows that we're in
Yeah.
a very immature market. So at some point here, the market needs to stop reacting off Elon's tweets because if Bitcoin
Right.
just goes into a bear market because of Elon,
My goodness.
then then we're in a very immature marketplace.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Right now, you need to educate the people. Then I guess. What do we have? Read between the lines. Laser eyes. When you see green candle and you just FOMO, and then everyone else FOMOs. To be more specific, an increasing number of celebrities, tech entrepreneurs, and media personalities have been adding laser eyes to their profile picture. This is a symbolic way of showcasing their bullish outlook for Bitcoin and the crypto market. Well, let's do it then, guys. Let's break out of that wedge, man. If the laser eyes are gonna make us break out of that wedge, man, I'm in. Do you want to switch our profile picture and
To
put laser
laser
eyes?
eyes?
100%. We'll do it right now after the stream.
I mean, we can, but why laser eyes? Like, okay, I get it. It's like it represents FOMO.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, I get it, man. But
it is what it is.
I don't know.
But what do you think about the chart right now, man? What are we saying with the chart?
Well, we pumped up to retest our wedge here, and we seem to be getting rejected currently, which is not a good sign. Volume is still very low. This is still very no bueno, because as long as we remain in this wedge, the possibility of further correction is quite likely. Now, we do have several different layers of support below us. Kind of this volume here at 36,950 should act as support if we do find rejection off our wedge. And, you know, just for me, the main takeaway is simple. Because there's so many layers of resistance above us between EMAs, trend lines, and fib levels, and clouds, and just there's endless ways to describe resistance above us, and that's obvious. So Bitcoin finding rejection is nothing out of the ordinary, nothing to be panicked over. What I do think would be worrisome with Bitcoin is putting in a new lower low. So for me, when I start to get worried about Bitcoin is not right now, because rejection does make sense. Where I start to get worried is when we start making new macro lower lows. Because if we start making new macro lower lows, then that's confirmation of the short-term bearish trend, and we could continue to correct further. So for me, man, as long as we kind of hold above 33,300, then we might still be in the clear.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you go maybe, do I have control over the screen here? Oh,
Yep,
perfect.
go ahead.
So even if, man, if you look at the 4 hour here, you'll see what the 2 or 3 candles ago, maybe. I don't know if it shows on Coinbase. I look at, I guess, Binance, but I also think Coinbase has a lot more volume, I guess. But, man, very, very nice. You can see here, buyers really came back in. Yeah. So I would say, like, you're right here. It looks like this is the zone, I guess, you drew for what we're trying to find support at. And I think right now we're trying to, obviously, you know, when you break down, then you come back to retest the zone after you've been uptrending, you break down, go back up. But this is a very nice hammer candle, man. Like, people really accumulated and pushed above, and right now we're seeing this as well. So it definitely does look healthy. It definitely does. Obviously, we still need to go back because we did get rejected off of this pretty heavily. But are we gonna continue to break above it right now? We gotta see, man. But it is healthy. There is some sort of strength to it, but we are definitely in some sort of a resistance zone right now.
Yeah, and look, man, rejection off here would be actually pretty bad. It would be pretty bad, because if we find rejection off here, then we could probably go down and make a lower low below 35,600, which is pretty no bueno. So, you know, it's we're definitely looking dubious for sure here. And looking at the 4 hour, all right, the 4 hour, we're starting to see a bit of strength, which is, you know, pretty obvious, but it's just a good sign to see. Histogram on the 4 hour sticking up. Weighted MACD looks like one side of a bullish crossover. Stochastic RSI, which is great for identifying shifts in trends, has had a bullish crossover in the oversold region. RSI still putting in higher lows. So, it's not all doom and gloom. There are some signs of some strength on the lower time frames. Even the hourly here, bullish crossover. So, I mean, there are reasons.
Where did this come from, man?
What?
This 1 hour candle just really shot up.
I don't. Well, I'm pretty sure it's because of Elon tweeting his Twitter, changing his Twitter profile picture.
Right.
Because this is bullish. This is a bullish sign.
Crazy.
Like, this is a pro Bitcoin, profile picture, and it's honestly ridiculous how heavily Elon's influencing the market right now.
It's just like a bad toxic relationship. That's what it is. It's like, you know, just a constant cold and hot kind of, you know, back and forth. I like it, I don't like it.
This is a toxic relationship. Crazy. We need to get over this.
It is. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Walmart has bats and face masks on sale. So we'll see how it is.
Where's that coming from?
You got to deal with things, you know, differently sometimes.
Sure, man.
But anyways.
I got you. And yeah, like, even with the macro trend, we still have this bullish crossover in the daily. This is pretty substantial. So, I mean, there are some reasons to be tentatively hopeful. And as well, you know, in terms of the fear and greed index, folks, crypto is driven by fear and greed and speculation. And historically, whenever the market was super fearful and extreme greed that historically correlated with local bottoms. And we were in extreme fear. The last time we were this fearful was when, March back in 2020, back when the global pandemic first hit, and the bottom of the bear market. So, again, guys, what happened in the past is not guaranteed what could happen in the future, but whenever the market was this fearful historically, it correlated with local bottoms. So, for me,
Right.
man, I do think 30K kind of was the bottom here. And so I'm going to pull out, let's see, hopefully I have the chart ready here. So this is something that yeah, okay. So if you don't mind, man, I kind of want to take a second here to hash out what the macro picture is with Bitcoin and what it would take for me to start getting bearish on Bitcoin and crypto. So for me, man, it's pretty simple. Bitcoin seems to be forming a very macro head and shoulders pattern. And if we make a new lower low below $30,000, that would constitute a bearish breakdown from this head and shoulders pattern. And the price target for that is literally bottomless. It's like negative 5,000. So if we make a new lower low below 30,000, I believe that is the inflection point. That is the tipping point where we go from bull market to bear market. So until we make a new lower low below 30,000, I'm still neutral. I'm still waiting on the sidelines. I still believe a relief rally in the bull run may very well continue as long as we keep putting in these higher lows and as long as we don't break down from 30,000. I'm using 30,000 as the tipping point, as the gauge to call bull market or bear market. A new lower low below 30,000 would start to make me lean a lot more bearish than bullish. So just so you guys know, that's kind of what I'm basing my outlook on the market right now.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it definitely could be. It definitely could be. And even if you're, I guess, what is this here? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, obviously, yeah, if this continues to get, just like we said, I guess, more leaning towards a pump back upwards to face this
Yeah.
resistance. Previous to that, we didn't really have a spot. If we're all the way up top and we drop, we looked for another end, for another data point, and we're hitting it. And now that's when we actually draw our resistance that we on a very macro scale. Right now, it looks like we are way overextended on the bottom side. We're seeing, even when we're looking at the 12-hour charts and all the MACD and the buying power got annihilated. But the way we think about it, even on the weekly chart as well, if you're looking back in 2017 and neutral RSI was somewhere closer to what, like 8,000 or 9,000, that's when like, hey, look, we are neutral in terms of strength,
You want to take a
right?
look?
But yeah, sure, yeah, that's there. But yeah, that's my point. As in, like, maybe if we zoom in, we've really to the outside there.
So this is the weekly.
Yeah, and if if you just literally zoom in and zoom out from boom. So yeah, this is it right here. And then if we go here, maybe, yeah, I can.
Yeah, go
probably
ahead,
just
go ahead.
stop playing with the thing. What is it? This is 2017. Yeah, somewhere close to here is like somewhere close to the 8,000. If you can see here, 8,000, 9,000 is where the RSI was neutral back in the day, somewhere here,
Yeah.
right? So and then again, obviously, when we started to drop below, not a lot of adoption, whatever the case might be. You guys hear the same thing. We're always talking about the same thing here, but right now, the way we need to think about it is that a neutral price for Bitcoin at the moment is somewhere close to 30, 30 to 32,000, right? That's where Bitcoin has not almost no strength, but isn't like, we're still in the middle. So there isn't really a lot of, it's not telling us either we're bearish or we're bullish, sure. But at least the neutral price right now is sitting at the 30K, as opposed to when we're sitting somewhere here, that first drop, when we dropped to the 49,000, we were still oversold, in terms of the RSI, overbought, sorry. Now, a nice, medium is somewhere closer to 37. That's the mean, that's the average strength. And then we're looking at somewhere close to the MACD, obviously. Right now, it's telling you that there's no signs of a big reversal, but we're definitely between. If you're seeing here the first couple of weeks when Bitcoin started to drop, we just exponentially or parabolically start to lose that strength, that momentum to the bottom. Now, last week, the difference between each week is kind of decreasing, that delta. It's kind of
Right.
It's probably going to start flattening out sometime
Rounding
soon
out, yeah.
Exactly, which is a good sign. So we got to see how that plays out. Even if on the daily, I don't know, actually the 12-hour chart, if we're seeing here, guys, we're seeing that this MACD, we went all the way down here. is the lowest we've had. We've never had these kind of values before.
Right.
This is just something straight out of a. This is too much basically. So just like we were saying before, man, a relief rally back to these levels over here, even above the 40K, I think is not a radical idea. I think is granted. And yeah, we will face that resistance here and probably come back down again to find that support. Maybe this line here is actually perfect. Maybe find that support, make it higher low at this side, get squeezed somewhere here. And this would be some sort of a, I don't know, is it a head and shoulders? Not really sure, but obviously just saying exercise a lot of patience at the moment. We want to see how that plays out. And this could be the scenario we're stuck in for the next maybe month or two, so.
Yeah, and I kind of want to share with you guys what I think it would take for us to be in a bull market, to be in a bear market. So for me, a new lower low below 30,000 would make it increasingly likely that we're entering a bear market. But if we want to know what it would take to enter a bull market, we need to take a look at two things. Number one, I'm going to go to the monthly RSI for Bitcoin in a second here, because I actually saw some very interesting stuff going on there. But if we want to know what it would take for us to now look more bullish and be confident that the bull market could continue, what I think we need to do is get above this red trend line from all-time highs to this lower high, fall back down, retest it, hold it as support. And if we can do that, if we can break above this red trend line and retest it and hold it as support, then the bull market could continue. So if you guys want to know the two main things that I'm looking at for a bull market, it's getting above these two moving averages, the 200 exponential moving average, the blue line, the 200 simple moving average, the yellow line. If we can get above that 42K, then we can retest our red trend line. If we can get above our red trend line and hold it on a bullish retest, then the bull run could continue. If we break down below 30K, then I believe that would constitute us likelier than not entering a bear market, and even making a new lower low below this wick here, kind of 33,300, would also be worrisome. And I'm using kind of this wick. If we make a new lower low below 33,300, that's when I'm actually gonna start moving into stable coins and practice a bit of risk management. But I do think a bit of a relief rally is overdue for Bitcoin as well. If you don't mind here, I kind of want to take a second to look at the monthly chart.
Second chart. Okay, never mind.
Well, sorry?
The second chart.
What do you mean second chart?
Don't even worry about it, man. Just keep going.
All right, okay. So I want to take a look here at the monthly RSI for Bitcoin. And the candles, while obviously significant, I think what's really telling here is the monthly RSI. Because what we saw in the previous cycles, the 2013-2014 bull cycle and the 2017 bull cycle, is this. We had one massive impulse for the RSI, followed by a retracement, followed by a second pump. One massive pump here on the RSI, retracement, then second pump. So kind of around this zone here from about 67 to 71 on the RSI was a pretty significant zone. So what I'm trying to get across here is that we had a massive pump, massive dump on the RSI, and then only after that did the bull market continue. So if we can get back above kind of 70, 71, 72 on the RSI, then in that case, I think we may be in the 2013-2014 scenario where we're going to have a second pump, a second leg up to our bull run before it's over. Because given the two previous cycles, we did have a substantial retracement in the RSI before the final leg of the bull run. And that may be what we're experiencing now, our first major retracement on the RSI before the last leg of the bull run. So if we can hold a line here, if we can start to recover, then I think a second leg up starts to make a little bit more sense here with the RSI.
There we go, man. Truer words have never been spoken.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah, definitely. We need to take a look at that monthly chart and see what's going on. Look at that nasty drop, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
we'll see that.
Aren't these candles like so telling, man? Like look at that classic reversal point. This candle right here. And also here, long wicks to the downside. So, dude, I love TA, man, because the candles, the charts, they tell a story. You see here how we're starting to get, longer and longer wicks to the upside. We kept pumping. And as soon as we started getting these monthly, long wicks to the upside, and the longer the wick, the more worrisome price action got. And eventually here we have this reversal candle, then followed by a retracement. So now that we're starting to see these long wicks to the downside, then I don't know, man. I feel like we're pretty overextended to the downside. I wouldn't be
I
surprised
think
if we
so
had a
too.
pump.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
actually think so too.
Like,
And yeah,
yeah, I think this candle here reminds me a lot of this candle here from back in March. Very
I
similar,
see.
long way to the downside. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, man? But yeah, those are some of the most interesting goings on with Bitcoin there.
I agree, man. I agree. So that's the thing, then, guys. Just to summarize all of this, if you like the stream so far, make sure you press that like button. Definitely helps with engagement a lot. I see a lot of questions also on the chats here, man. Are we buying? Are we saying? Are we selling? You taking what Elon's taking? That's going to be tough to go bullish with that death cross. I can't afford what Elon's. Yeah, I guess Elon got the whole market, man, fuzzied up. So we want to see what happens here within the next. I would say, look, my I don't want to say intuition, but my inkling so far right now is that as soon as we actually break above the 40 again and maintain it for a bit, or specifically actually going above that 42,000, yeah, somewhere there,
Yeah,
we're kind of flying.
I agree.
And but if Bitcoin actually breaks above those levels, my expectation is that altcoins are just gonna just run up so heavy in terms of just because we're seeing here Bitcoin is up 2%, the whole market is up 15% in terms of altcoins and all that like DeFi projects. So even if you guys let us know in the chats what kind of DeFi projects you're in. I know you wanted to share a couple of things,
Mm,
but right, so
yes, I
want to
do.
let you guys about a couple of projects that look interesting right now. So let us know in the chats if there's anything specific you want us to take a look at, or whatever we haven't really discussed. We didn't really bring up in the stream. We'll talk about it as well. But yeah, man, what do you want to talk about next year?
Well, look, there's still a lot to talk about here, and so for me, guys, like I'm still kind of neutral in the market. If we start to flip 42K from resistance into support, that's our first major sign that the market could see more bullish continuation. We're still looking bearish. We need to flip 42K to start looking bullish. There's a bunch of questions here worth taking a look at and worth answering. But just so you guys know, I do have some undervalued gems that I've been kind of doing some research on my own that I want to share with you guys. There's 180 people watching the live stream, only 41 likes. That's telling me the vast majority of you guys don't like the live stream and don't want us to continue. So I'll do this. Once we hit 100 likes, I'll start sharing with you guys some low cap gems that I'm buying the dip on, some things that I hold, some things that I think have pretty solid upside potential, especially over the long term. Some solid projects, in my opinion. So once we hit 100 likes, I'll start sharing some of these gems with you guys, folks. Smashing the like button is the easiest way to support the channel. The more likes we get, the more likely is YouTube to share the channel, share the live stream. So if you guys want more people following the latest greatest cryptocurrency news and analysis, smash that like button. So man,
Have you seen Vechain right now?
VChain, let's take a look.
I know our whole channel is probably
Ooh,
pro
ooh, ooh,
Vechain.
ooh.
Vechain right now is actually leading the kind of the altcoin market. It's up 5 8 actually 8 point some percent.
Yeah.
Next in line Solana. Next in line is BNB 4 point some percent. IOTA is up 4%. So yeah, man, VeChain, everybody's favorite. I always say the same thing. VeChain is the Kim K of the cryptos market. Just taking a lot of that spotlight recently. So we're definitely pushing. That's the thing, man. Bitcoin just makes a better move to the upside, and then the altcoins are definitely pumping. So I wonder if Bitcoin actually breaks those higher levels. See what happens there.
Yeah. If Bitcoin starts showing some strength, man, these
Hmm.
altcoins that have had massive retracements, they're extremely oversold. Like VeChain, dude. VeChain had an 81% retracement. That's insane.
It is.
Insane to have this kind of retracement in what could be still a bull market.
And look from that low point we had at what, like 40 point 4 point some cents. We're up like 100, I think 120, I think I was
160.
166.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bro,
This is crazy.
it's crazy, man, crazy. And we're seeing bullish divergence. We're above our
Mm.
100 daily exponential moving average. And for me, man, the most important thing with VeChain is the level that I keep mentioning and the level that we're reacting off of exactly right now, which is this white line being the 200 exponential moving average on the daily. Man, have I not constantly said that the 200 EMA on the daily,
You
on the
did.
6 hours, sorry, was relevant for VeChain? I did say it. Because, guys, if we look at Vechain's historical price action here, we can see pump dump, we found support there. Pump dump, we found support there. Pump dump, we found support there. Several times, every major correction, the 200 EMA on the 6 hour, this white line has been the level to look out for with the Vechain. And the market, once again, is telling us how relevant this level is, because for the last 2 days, we've been finding rejection exactly off this EMA. So, guys, for Vechain, my main takeaway is simple. Once we can flip this white line, get 1 or 2 daily candles fully closing above this thing, 14.5 cents. If Vechain can get above and start to hold 14.5 cents, then Vechain has plenty of more upside potential, in my opinion.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. And so, hey man, look, there was some comments here in the chats that I really think is worth looking into. Is Matic a good long-term hold? There was another one here saying, yeah. Oh, I love Matic Poland. Definitely a great long-term hold. That's one of those projects that has long-term staying potential that could survive a bear market here. And I can't find the exact wording of this comment, but I thought I heard someone say or saw someone say, if you had 10K, would you put it in Bitcoin or Ethereum? What would you do?
Definitely. Obviously, I wouldn't like if we're just picking, because like we know if you watch the channel a lot, you'll know that we don't really just go full force on one thing only. But if I had to pick, 100% Ethereum. No second guessing about it. But if I had the chance, then I would definitely be looking at maybe 20% Bitcoin, 30% Bitcoin, 70% Ethereum, because I think not only I know, but it's just the way I think.
No.
Just rightfully so, so, just in terms of diversifying. But if I had that one thing only, then definitely Ethereum, man. And for whoever's asking about Matic is one of those projects that is a pillar right now. It's gonna act as a pillar soon in the Ethereum ecosystem, man. So it's one of those things that's not a meme point that if the market doesn't like it, just drops like it's nothing, right? It's something that fundamentally has some cushion to fall on, right? And you'll see that on the chart right away. You see the price action on the chart reflecting the buyer's interest to understand, that this thing is definitely something we're holding Matic, man, for the next, I would say, 5-10 years, if all goes well, obviously. So yeah, definitely, man. But what do you? Would you? I know. Put on Ethereum. You're an Ethereum sucker.
I would 100% put it in Ethereum, guys.
Like not even 1 penny in Bitcoin.
I mean, the only here I actually came up with one more additional reason as to reasons to hold Bitcoin over Ethereum. So for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense to hold Bitcoin, but I do think there's some arguments. So to give the Bitcoin people their due, I think Bitcoin as an investment makes sense as diversification. I think it makes sense if you have the perception that it's safer. In my perception, I think Ethereum is probably around as safe as Bitcoin, and it is true that at certain brief points in the market, Bitcoin outperforms Ethereum because Bitcoin moves first, then the other altcoins follow afterwards. So there are some brief periods where Bitcoin does lead the market and does outperform, but over the long term, Ethereum has constantly outperformed Bitcoin, and it's likely to continue doing so because it has a lower market cap and will soon become deflationary and soon become scalable. So for me, the choice is obvious. Ethereum is just as safe, and it has a higher ROI potential, and it actually does stuff. So
you're not a Bitcoin maximalist. That's what you're saying.
I'm definitely not a Bitcoin maximalist, and I'm not an Ethereum maximalist either. Like I own Cardano, I own Polkadot, I like a lot of other stuff. Algorand, tons of great options out there. So there's no need to be maximalist.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Coexisting, guys. That's where we should.
Peace and love, hugs and unicorns.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got here? I know you got a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you want to talk about it right now. We haven't really got to the 100 likes, I guess.
No,
so
we
that's
haven't.
Fine.
Yeah.
We'll continue. Oh wow, there's actually 252 people here in this listening.
No, there's 287.
87.
So there's 287 people watching and only 73 likes. Guys, this is telling us that the majority of you guys don't like the live stream, don't want us to keep going. Maybe you guys don't want us to share these low cap gems that we buying the dip on, things that we hold. So guys, once we get to 100 likes, we're going to immediately share with you guys some undervalued gems that I think have a long-term fighting chance of doing very well in this market. Some very undervalued stuff. So folks, smash that like button. There's 285 people watching, only 83 likes. We could very easily get to 100 likes for everyone watching right now. Smash that like button, because guys, I don't like saying it, but the reason I say it is because the more likes we get, the more likely YouTube is to recommend the channel, recommend the live stream, recommend the video. So if you guys like these videos, definitely smash that like button. But man, look, if we can just maybe hover on Vechain for a second to see if we get those likes or not. We're above this 100 daily exponential moving average, which you can see here was pretty price reactive. So this is good to see. So for me, Vechain's stuck in a very tight range between two very substantial moving averages. And so whatever way we break out of this tight range, out of these two moving averages, I think we're likely to do so explosively.
Yeah. But one thing. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you.
If you look at so if we're going from those higher time frames, down to lower time frames, so the 12-hour, we're looking like, we're still struggling above those EMAs. Then we go down again to the 10-hour, still right above us. You see exactly how we're reacting to it. 8-hour, 6-hour, 4-hour, until you get to the 2-hour. The 2-hour is definitely, what is this right here? Oh, you have this for the, is this for the daily?
It's 200 EMA on the 6-hour.
I see. Okay, but anyways, on lower time frames here, guys, you'll see that even if we take this away, maybe just for a second, just 1 second, so don't get pissed at me. We're seeing that on the 2 hours, the first time that right now we actually broke above this bundle of EMAs, the 2-hour, which is something, if you really zoom all the way out, we haven't had ever since that massive drop that Vechain had. Ever since we were here, closer to the top, 22-cent region, we've been driven down by this bundle of EMAs. And right now we're actually above it, and it looks like as soon as when we actually retraced somewhere above it, and now we're finding that support. So it looks pretty good so far, man. I think soon enough here, just like you're saying, again on a higher time frame, obviously this guy is still above us. It's still looming. Not this one, actually. It was this one. It's still looming. Obviously, you see exactly how we reacted to it. The prophecy, a lot of resistance coming up. But are we bound to break above it? Because at the end of the day, these lower time frames are going to start reflecting slowly to these higher time frames, and we could be really pushing against this guy. So this is you're right, man. The 14.4% region is where that resistance is. But what we need to acknowledge for a fact is the fact that on lower time frames, we're finally seeing Vechain actually break above these ribbons of EMAs that's been pushing us down. So there are those signs of strength on the lower time frame.
Yeah, no, and again, guys, Bitcoin is fully leading the market right now. So if Bitcoin decides to tank, if Elon decides to tweet again, then the market will. I mean, it's been having corrections. So definitely beware that it's Bitcoin's market right now. The altcoins, all these altcoins didn't dump because these altcoins all of a sudden got bad. They dumped because of Bitcoin and Elon's tweets. So definitely just be aware of that as well, man. We're over 100 likes. So,
really,
if
you know what time it is?
It's time to shill some gems,
baby.
Time to shill some gems. So, guys, we got plenty more to talk about with Ethereum, Cardano, Matic, plenty of other coins. But let's put that on the sidelines for now, and let's shill some gems.
Just ape pen, boys. Let's just ape pen, man.
100x leverage.
Just put all logic aside for a second. Let's just ape into everything.
Right. Because we all know that the best investment trading strategy is one that's fully based off your emotions.
That's true. Right. No risk management whatsoever. Put in all those, leverage everything.
Yeah.
Then we ended up with what at one point when Bitcoin flash crashed in that 15-minute period, 7 billion longs got annihilated. Man.
Right. So check out our bybit link. The link for that is down in the description below.
Look, man, that's the thing. Well, we don't want to talk about other channels here, man, but holy,
we should talk.
It's actually disgusting. Yeah. It's actually disgusting how things are playing out, man. Hey, go and trade this right now, this second, and use this link.
Yeah.
And then it'll do the people know, man, that every, just they're taking a percentage off that trade. So there's definitely something for them to tell you.
Yeah, guys. And so, look, we're going to shield these gems, but just to hover on this point for a moment because it is important. We do see this where a lot of bigger YouTube channels will shield these bybit links. And it's problematic for many reasons. Leverage is extremely risky. And although we have a bybit link, we do our best to explain to you guys the extreme risk with leverage trading and how we extremely do not recommend it for newer people. Leverage trading should only be for a confident traders. If you're confident in your own technical analysis, then do you, boo. But if you're a newer person trying to learn how to trade, leverage is your worst enemy, because leverage is a great way to lose a lot of money very fast. So, and these bigger YouTubers, they don't say that, and they make money off these people losing. Like when you see one of these big YouTubers mention their bybit link, and they themselves have no idea what it takes to trade well, they don't care if you lose or make money, because they're making money off your trades. And man, I see this where these bigger YouTubers, some of them take trades based off like nothing. So they have zero technical analysis understanding, and they shill this to their viewers and a lot of newer people. And guys, if you're a confident trader, then sure, leverage. We use leverage. But for newer people who are still learning and don't know what they're doing, leverage trading is a very bad idea.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
100%. But what do you got here? What do you got?
Okay, guys, enough with all this nonsense. I want to share with you guys, show you guys a couple projects that have definitely been on my radar. So, guys, these are kind of long-term investments for me. And just to share you guys some of my philosophy when it comes to investing over long term. I've been reading some books, and so I kind of want to shill a bit of of some of the stuff I've been learning. And so, guys, when it comes
to long-term investing, you got your book highlighted. Oh man,
guys,
something else.
I read a book that was a very I'll tell you guys the exact book I'm reading. So there's this book that I'm reading on investing, and now that I've read, well, I haven't read the whole thing, but I'm read most of it so far, and now that I have, I feel very confident about my so guys, look, I highly recommend you guys check out this book. The most important thing, it's a book on long-term investing and how to outperform the market. I think I'm at around chapter 12 or 13 at this point. Love this book. Highly recommend it. So, guys, one of the most interesting, important things I took away with this is the fact that you want to find projects that nobody understands, that are undervalued, and that have long-term staying potential and good long-term fundamentals. And so the projects I'm about to mention with you guys all fall under that category. They're extremely oversold, nobody understands them, but they all have very good long-term fundamentals and a good fighting chance of sticking around over the long term. So guys, where's the most opportunity? Crypto is the fastest growing asset class in the world. Nobody understands it, and everything's undervalued because adoption is just beginning.
Yeah, can I say something?
Go ahead, please.
one of the chats like sounds like that guy who bought a Lambo after reading a book. What's his name? I forgot his name. Ty Lopez. Is that
Ty
what his name
Lopez?
is? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I just read the 100 books yesterday, and I just copped this Lambo overnight. It's really successful. Nah, man, but this is it. Look, man, this is where it's at. And look, we don't claim to be experts on this, but we definitely do our research, and and we try to share that with you as well, man. So
no, exactly.
Let us know what is up with Superman.
Yeah, and so guys, also just to piggyback on your point, like guys, we're humans, we don't know everything, but the point of this channel, at least for me, was to share with you guys the things we learn. And if we share with you guys the things we learn, the factors we consider, then you guys can consider some of those factors and become more confident investors yourselves. So definitely check out that book. I read it now. Now I'm very excited about long-term investing. And guys,
buy the Lambo yet or what?
Not yet, because I've been reinvesting every goddamn penny I make to buy the dip on some of these projects. And this project here, I'm sure a lot of you probably already know about it, is Super Farm. This is Elio Trades project. Elio Trades, another fellow crypto YouTuber. He started an NFT project going for NFT mass adoption, kind of an NFT marketplace that brings utility to NFTs. I'm very bullish on this thing long term because NFTs are here to stay. It brings NFTs provide proof of ownership, and the use case for that is pretty much limitless, especially if we start incorporating that into NFTs. If influencers start incorporating NFTs into, there's just endless use case. And so because nobody understands NFTs and NFTs are here to stay, then I think the projects that I think have a fighting chance of surviving and being here over the long term probably have great return on investment potential. Because if we look here at Superfarm, and if we kind of see how much we've corrected from all-time highs, Superfarm was down 90% from all-time highs. It corrected 90%. Guys, this is what we see in a bear market, and there's still a good chance that, or a strong possibility, that the bull market could potentially continue. We're seeing bear market discounts in what could be still a bull market on a project with good fundamentals and long-term staying potential, and a niche that nobody understands but has long-term use case. And so again, we're currently down 84% from all-time highs. Guys, you want to be finding solid projects with long-term fundamentals when they're undervalued. And this thing is a solid project with good long-term fundamentals that's extremely undervalued. And so because of that, I mean, I own some super. I've been hodling super, and I definitely think it's worth being on your guys' watch list. Do you have anything to add there, man?
They had you were talking about updates that they did today too,
Oh
man.
yes, thank you for bringing that up. Yes. So first off, I've identified kind of three zones because I shielded this to our VIP Discord members the other day, and so I'll delve into the numbers.
So are you
But
saying there's value in joining our VIP Discord? Is
there's,
that what you're saying?
I'm telling you, there's a shit ton of value in joining our VIP Discord group. The link to join that is through our Patreon down in the description below, because we're very soon going to be bringing even more value to our VIP Discord members. We're going to be bringing a bunch more value to you guys. We're going to share with you guys a lot more knowledge and be a lot more active than we already are. And so, guys, there's lots of changes coming to our VIP Discord group, and we don't think it's fair to share details until things are fully finalized. But what we can say is the people who got in early to our VIP Discord group will greatly benefit. And I keep saying that because it is the case, guys. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, in our VIP Discord group, we talk about what we're buying, when we're buying, what prices, support and resistance. You guys can talk to us all the time. We're there on a daily basis. So definitely check out our VIP Discord group. The link to join that is through our Patreon down in the description below.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, but why don't I share the website?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so guys, there's been some major improvements to Superfarm. Recently, they have now introduced staking for the Super Token. So their Super Token now has utility. There is now a reason to hold Superfarm. If we go to their farms here, you could actually stake Super and earn gems, and these gems are used to buy NFTs. And the thing I love about Superfarm is the whole thing with their NFTs is utility, utility, utility. They're constantly trying to bring utility to their NFTs. Holding their NFTs gives you future access to new NFT drops, gives you access to possible gaming integrations in the near future. Superfarm one day hopes to introduce gaming and NFTs. They're trying to be an NFT marketplace for multiple different ecosystems, so other projects will be able to use the Superfarm platform to create NFT farms and bring interoperability and bring utility to their NFTs. So utilities are here to stay, and this is a project that's bringing utility to their NFTs and utility to their token. Guys, very undervalued niche that's here to stay. Nobody understands it. It's very oversold. Bear market discounts and what could be a bull market. Guys, this is extremely undervalued. Nothing in this space is guaranteed, but I definitely think this is something worth being on your radar, worth being on
And
your watch list.
100%. Look,
Yeah.
I keep saying the same thing. I think, if anything, NFTs are actually going to keep the crypto market afloat for the time being when things are actually going down. Because even when you remember, once we started even dropping with Bitcoin, and I know NFTs were dropping as well, I'm talking fundamentally in terms of the use case, we still saw adoption left and right. And it's just, it was the easiest, has the easiest use case, for even Instagram. Recently, they were holding workshops for creators that are specifically using NFTs in general. So you can tell that they're gearing up for that new wave. I mean, and everybody keeps saying it's some sort of a bubble, whatever the case might be. I don't think so, man. I do not think so. I think the gaming industry is gonna really utilize NFTs as a project. As just, look, man, people on Fortnite are buying skins for no reason.
Right.
You're not getting anything off of it, but it's just people have preferences. People like their character looking in a certain way. People always buy these different loadouts with different nice weapons on Warzone, whatever the case might be, because people like it. People like to personalize their experience, and I think NFTs will definitely, man. Now, which NFT? Obviously, Super is one of them. but I don't think the NFT marketplace or the space itself is going anywhere. And I think just like how, because you told me about, I don't know if you just mentioned it or not, but did you talk about yielding and staking for NFTs right now, like on
Um,
Super?
well, yeah, I just mentioned it here how they have their farms where you can stake super and earn
Yeah.
gems, and these gems buy you NFTs, and these NFTs have utility within their ecosystem.
Can you stake the Mona Lisa right now?
You cannot, but who knows? Maybe one
There
day.
we go.
Could you imagine someone stake the Mona Lisa?
That's what I'm saying.
What's the yield on the Mona Lisa?
I don't even know, man. But like whoever has it, they're gonna digitize some of that
Guys,
some
it's
of that
gonna
stuff.
happen.
We've seen
Yeah.
100%, man,
Yeah.
100%.
And you're right, dude, with the use case for NFTs. Like, people are buying skins. Imagine if you had proof of ownership of that skin. Imagine if that skin was finite. Imagine if you could trade that skin within, like the gaming ecosystem. And these, NFT projects are the things that are going to bring that utility to the mainstream. And while there's no way to know which individual NFT project will be that project that brings NFTs to the masses and mainstreams it, but I do think Superfarm has a fighting chance of being one of the leaders in the NFT marketplace, and so that's why I own Super, and that's why I'm showing it to you guys, because I do think it has strong potential. And
Hundred
guys,
percent. If we actually even sorry to cut you off,
go
but
ahead.
I think if you guys actually want to like hear a very I think nice outlook on what NFTs can do for the space right now, you should definitely check out Gary Vaynerchuk. He's
Right?
very like he's
Yeah,
really outspoken on, and he has some really good ideas about it, man. But
100%.
man, even memes. If you look at memes, like imagine at one point, like
Be
who
tokenized.
created
Yeah,
that? Yeah, who created that
dude.
meme? And like, man,
Yo,
things blow up and people will monetize that soon. I think NFTs are the most undervalued
bro.
space right now.
I think you just stumbled on. I love how you just mention absolute gold and you just go over it like it's
Hey
nothing.
man, it's just the way I am sometimes, man.
Bro, we gotta hover on that for a second because that's actually a giant real world use case that, now that you mention it, is really just inevitable before someone comes up with this idea, because it's just such a great idea. There's a
Hmm?
massive problem with memes, with especially Instagram. And I know this is like a very niche sub thing that we're going into, but massive real world use case that could affect NFTs. Where, man, I don't know about you, but there's tons of massive meme accounts on Instagram, on Facebook, and these things are making real money, have hundreds of thousands, millions of followers, and there's a massive problem with different meme accounts stealing memes from other people, people not knowing where memes originate from. But if memes are turned into NFTs, then
Yeah,
people would know where memes originate from, and the original creators may be able to capitalize on the memes they make
yeah.
through NFTs. Like, the use case for guys, we are so goddamn early with NFTs. We haven't even experienced real world use case and adoption. All we had is a pump and dump hype cycle. A pump and dump
Hmm.
hype cycle in solid projects that nobody understands with massive real world use case. That
Yeah.
is where the potential lies. You want to find things that are undervalued, crash to the ground. Nobody wants to touch it. There's fire and blood in the streets. Horses are startled, and nobody understands it. But it has long-term staying potential and long-term solid fundamentals. That's where opportunity
Millions,
lies.
millions, hundreds of X's, guys. You know.
No, but
But yeah, man.
yeah, yeah. So that's that. That's super fun. Should we keep?
I know you got more. I know you got more things, man. Stop teasing. Stop teasing the guys here.
Okay, yeah. So
Let's get to it.
I'll mention you guys, not one, not two, but three more projects on my radar that I'm looking to accumulate. One specifically, and I'll tell you guys why. So again, folks, if you like this live stream, if you guys want us to keep going, smash that like button. The more likes we get, the more likely YouTube is to recommend the live stream, share it to more people. So guys, look, what I've been doing behind the scenes is I've been going through all the major ecosystems: Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, and I've been trying to find undervalued DeFi projects. Because DeFi is one of the greatest use cases for cryptocurrency. I think DeFi is a super solid bet when it comes to crypto. So when it comes to all these major smart contract ecosystems like Ethereum, like Cardano, like Polkadot, like Solana, I've been trying to go through each one of these ecosystems and find undervalued DeFi plays. And so when it comes to specifically Solana, which I do think has long-term staying potential, I've identified what I believe to be three of the top most interesting DeFi plays, in my subjective opinion, when it comes to Solana DeFi. And so my number one choice right now is actually Mercurial Finance. To put it very simply, Mercurial Finance is trying to be the curve of the Solana ecosystem. They're very new. I believe they're still developing and haven't even fully rolled out all their functionality, which is great. Because if you believe in Solana and if you believe in DeFi, two things with long-term staying potential, and if you get in early on a solid project, well, I don't know about you, man, that spells high ROI potential for me. So Mercurial Finance, super low market cap, and we're early days on a project in a niche with long-term staying potential. I have begun to buy the dip on this thing.
I have begun the APIM process.
I have indeed begun the APIM process. And so I unfortunately, I couldn't chart this for you guys. I was having a hard time finding a way to chart this. But all-time high is $1.75. We're currently at 87 cents. So this thing has dropped about $1 from its all-time highs. Thus,
what's the market cap?
Valued of 48 million. So this is a low cap. This is a low
You
cap.
You said it's trying to be the curve of what?
Of Solana. So
what does that mean?
That means that it's trying to fulfill the same use case. So if we look up Curve Finance, Curve Finance is great for kind of staking, lending, liquidity providing. It's basically a hub for earning yield and earning interest through staking and liquidity providing. And so Mercurial Finance is trying to fulfill that use case for the Solana ecosystem. So if you believe in Solana, if you think Solana is here to stay, which I do think has a good chance of being here over the long term, and if we understand that DeFi is here to stay over the long term, well, Mercurial Finance, which fulfills that niche that of Curve Finance within the Solana ecosystem, I think has long-term staying power. And since it's early, it's been dumping, and it's a low market cap with long-term staying power and great fundamentals, I think it has a good chance of sticking around over the long term and definitely it's definitely worth being on your guys' radar.
Yeah.
So just also to briefly mention the two other DeFi plays that I found potentially interesting. It was Oxygen Finance, another kind of swap / DeFi play for the Solana ecosystem. We can take a look. We don't have to go too heavy into this thing, but for me, I took a look at about 24 DeFi plays within the Solana ecosystem, and I personally found these the most appealing at face value.
So you're saying you actually did the research, went behind the scenes, and just crunched in some numbers, looked up some white papers, and actually made a logical decision?
Yes. Well, I looked at their website and did some brief reading, but yeah, but yes, that's basically
Shut up,
it.
man. Yeah, listen. There we go, man.
Yeah,
Love
no,
it.
but no. I did kind of do some research on my own. So, guys, look, these are three projects, in my opinion, that I think could be some of the leaders when it comes to DeFi and Solana. And the reason why I wanted to show you guys Mercurial Finance specifically is because it was the lowest market cap, thus had potentially the highest return on investment. That's why,
guys, I gotta give it to Brendan here. Every couple of weeks, not even every couple of weeks, every week here, and this is just something off, whatever. Brendan gives me a call, and hey, get on your laptop right now, or whatever the case might be, or we need to talk ASAP. And he shows me on a couple of things, and initially I'm like, yeah, just another day, just another day in the office. But this guy actually goes and digs deep, guys. So if you like what you're hearing so far, 100%, just like the live stream, and man, I gotta give it to you. It's like you're the encyclopedia for this whole low cap gem, whatever. I can't keep up. I can't anymore.
Well, man, look, I know you can't keep up, but if you want to try and keep up, and if you want even more of this stuff, again, guys, join our VIP Discord group. I know we're doing shameless shilling, but it's true. Our VIP Discord members find out first what I'm looking at, what I'm buying, what price, entry, support and resistance, all the major factors that I'm looking at. So if you guys like this, you'll get plenty more in our VIP Discord group. So the link to join that is through our Patreon.
100%. Now.
Yeah.
Before we continue, if you don't mind, we had a super chat early on.
Oh, okay.
$5 from K.
I saw.
Pi or P. Thank you for the donation, $5. Love the show. What moving average is that? The white line. I guess he was talking about Vechain. So maybe if you want to let him know which one we have.
Yes. So if you're referring to Vechain, this is the 200 exponential moving average on the 6 hour. This EMA has continually been one of the most price reactive levels for Vechain, as being the floor of support, pump dump, support there several times, 3 times held support here, pump dump support, 200 EMA on the 6 hour, the most relevant EMA in my opinion for Vechain. And maybe if you're talking about Bitcoin, for Bitcoin, this white line here is the 50 simple daily moving average for Bitcoin. Several times here, pump dump, we held that as support. Pump dump, we held that as support. As soon as we broke down, and guys, like I was saying this while it was happening, as soon as we broke down, that was kind of the beginning of our major correction. And if we even look back at 2017, this was a very, very significant level, because throughout 2017, we held this 50 SMA on the daily all throughout the bull market. And as soon as we broke below, went back up to retest, that was the beginning of the bear market. So, we were talking about how, I was talking about how once we broke below this level, I was starting to get worried, and I mean, look what happened afterwards. So I'm not going to say I expected this kind of dump, because I didn't. I would have expected maybe a 30 to 40% correction. I definitely wasn't expecting what we got. But, I mean, we were letting you guys know while this was happening, before it happened, that the 50 daily SMA, this white line, was one of the most significant, in my opinion, the most significant support level for Bitcoin.
There we go. So again, thank you for the $5 donation. Appreciate it. What else you got there, man? You were talking about, sorry to cut you off, you were talking about oxygen or whatever?
No, oxygen, guys. Like, bottom line is, these are some of the leaders in the DeFi niche for Solana. And the reason, I'll actually show you guys what I use to kind of do my research on the Solana ecosystem. So I'll pull it up right now. Just give me a second. So right here, this website called Pentacle, or however you pronounce that, .ai. It gives you a pretty good rundown of some of the major projects within the Ethereum ecosystem and some of the major projects within the Solana ecosystem. So I took a look here at the major players in DeFi in Solana. What, can you see my screen?
I can. I love how they put it.
Oh,
nice infographic.
Yeah. And so, and I took a look at all these projects, kind of briefly read through the website, looked at a few white papers, and the ones that stood out to me as worth looking more into and doing more research was Oxygen, Ramp, and Mercurial Finance. Those look like the most interesting ones in my opinion. I saw someone in the comments say, where can I buy Mercurial Finance? First off, guys, do your own research. I could be wrong. But if you do your own research and you want to buy something, if you want to know where to buy something, look up the project. You scroll down, you go to markets here on CoinGecko, and it'll tell you everywhere it's listed. Same with CoinMarketCap. If you go to CoinMarketCap, look at Mercurial or look at the ticker, it'll tell you, if you go to markets, everywhere it's traded.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or send it to our address and then we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
We'll send you double. No, we're joking, so we don't get demonetized here.
Yeah, no. We will definitely never ask you to invest with us. We will never ask you to send us crypto or money, so please do not fall for scammers.
It's actually crazy, and sorry, but it's crazy how many comments we got that are all just bots. At one point in the beginning, it was easy to take them off. Now it's just, even at one point, I saw a channel literally, you know what the name was? Pinned by aMillionortheMoon.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
They're getting creative. So guys, like, stay, be careful. And we saw a couple messages at one point, even in our Discord, saying, hey, they sent money, or is this you? Please be careful. We will never ask you for money. We'll never ask you, hey, add us on WhatsApp, or this is our number. Contact us. Always be careful when you're dealing with this huge enterprise we're running here.
Yeah, please be skeptical. And yeah, guys, there are plenty of fake aMillionortheMoon accounts. It's honestly complimentary, but I mean, they could eat broken glass, because we will definitely never ask you for that stuff. So yeah, man, no, that's pretty much all the shilling I had in mind here. Maybe we can take a look at Ethereum or Cardano or something like that, or see what the people want us.
Ethereum.
All right, let's take a look. So Ethereum is pretty interesting here. Any main takeaway? Anything that pops out to you with ETH?
Looks like, it's still following the Bitcoin's chart right now, I would say, for the most part. The very, very big wedge we got over here. As soon as Bitcoin started breaking resistance, Ethereum tried to do the same thing. I think, obviously, the ceiling is somewhere closer to, I would say, just whatever you have this box at. Somewhere between 2,900 to 3,000. So, yeah, man, it's just taking another poke at it. I think, man, we're going to wake up in the morning. We're going to see something significant. That's my intuition. Obviously, nothing logical behind it. But I think there's a significant move because of our boy Elon, I guess. So it could be, look, we're very close in apex here, guys. Like, you see exactly where the resistance is over on this side. You see exactly where the buying is on this side. And at one point, this is the supply over here. This is the demand. At one point, supply and demand will clash, and there's gonna be a significant movement. So this is it right now. Bitcoin has a bit more left to go, but yeah, man, this is getting pretty interesting right now.
Yeah, and what's worrisome is that a rejection off the levels we're at right now could lead to us having a lot more downside. So,
Yeah,
like, man, if we, which we're pumping right now, but like, if we broke out bullishly, fell back down, retested it, and found rejection, dude, that's pretty bad. Because if we find
yeah,
rejection here, then that means that it's totally possible that we could correct further and probably even make a lower low below 35,600. In my opinion, we could fall. I mean, all the way from 35 to about 34,000. Um,
that's true.
so, yeah,
I see one of the yeah.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, no, I'm just seeing one of the comments here, so maybe if you want to answer as well. But up or down, ETH, bueno or no bueno? Shall I buy more ETH? Not your financial advice, but give me your opinion. So obviously, again, not financial advice, but what are you doing, man? How have
Well,
you been approaching this?
so let's say my friend asked me that same question. What I would tell my friend is, first off, are you looking to trade or are you willing to hold for the next 5 years? Because it's extremely different. What you do, it changes depending on what you're trying to achieve. Are you trying to trade? Are you trying to swing trade? What's your risk tolerance? What's your investment time horizons? So let's assume you kind of want to invest for the rest of the bull market, right? Let's assume that. Well, what I would do is I would wait for more confirmation of the bullish trend, because right now we're still in this apex. We're about to break out explosively and we haven't peaked a direction yet. So I would wait to see what way we break out, because if we can do something like this where, let's say, we break out bullishly, we fall back down and retest what was once previously resistance, and if we can fall back down and hold that as support, then we can impulse further. So what I would do is wait for a bullish breakout and then wait for a bullish retest. And if we can break out bullishly and flip previous resistance into support, then in that case we can be more confident that the short-term trend will continue. And specifically, since Bitcoin is leading the market, for me to be more confident about longs, I want Bitcoin to flip 42K from resistance into support, and I want Bitcoin to flip this red trend line from resistance into support. If Bitcoin can do those two things, I'll be a hell of a lot more confident of this bull market. But at this point, we need confirmation, 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 confirmation.
That's true. And
Yeah.
look, man, even from my end too, like we're saying, we always talk about those. It's a nice buy the dip opportunity and all that, and we've been adding more to our portfolios, obviously. But then even for me, man, a great portion of my whatever I had on the side is still kind of pending. So it's still kind of okay. As soon as we start breaking above here,
Right.
100% keep on adding. Even when we start dropping to the bottom in those areas, we're just adding in. Let's just like you're saying, just percentage wise. If let's say for the sake of it, $1,000 or whatever the case might be, if I'm looking at the whole market bleeding like that, I'm putting in maybe $200 while it's going down, and then as soon as I see like, oh shoot, it's really dropping, be like maybe another 400 or whatever the case might be, and then I just like, you know what? Okay, I'm like now I can accumulate it. Now I'm like average somewhere between this region overall, and as soon as I start to break above and see that the news there's a shift in the news, there's a shift in the market sentiment, it's turning positive. Usually, obviously you gotta sell greed and buy fear, and that's what it is. There's blood on the streets right now with all this price action, and that's what it is. Are we I wouldn't put just 100% my money right now, but while we were going down, me and Brendan will tell you, we've been adding some stuff, I got out of, just to kind of be like, oh, it's pretty clear that we're dropping, so why not take some money out of it and wait for that dip again and add more. So right now, we've been waiting. I've been waiting specifically because I do have a sum of money on the side that I've been waiting for more signs. But have I been DCAing? 100%. Is it fully all my money? No. So that's what it is. We are willing to hold for the next 5 years, if not more. Something like Matic, Ethereum. There's so many different projects right now. There's a couple more things, me and Brendan also got into at one point. recently as well that we're excited about. So we're starting to think really also long term in terms of that area of investing. So yeah, man, it's not like it's not a simple buy so if yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, we've been buying,
Yeah.
but not all of our money on this side.
Speak for yourself.
This guy's been aping in,
Yeah,
guys.
no, I have been aping. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been aping in hard, and like I have a high risk tolerance that I'm willing to hold for years. That might not be the case for you. You
Yeah,
know, when we talk about, when we talk to you guys, we try and tell you guys what it would take to be more confident. We don't degen out with you guys because we want to give you guys kind of like the best possible case and what it would take for to be more bullish. And so there's a few things to understand. Number one, I have been buying the dip on ETH, literally any substantial correction and any time I could buy, because I think Ethereum, whether we enter a bear market for 3 years tomorrow, 2024 or 2025, Ethereum will retest its all-time highs and enter price discovery, because I think Ethereum is one of the best solid holds when it comes to crypto. I think Ethereum will one day flip Bitcoin in terms of market cap. So I'm stupidly bullish on Ethereum, and any substantial correction, if I can buy ETH, I'm buying more because I'm stupidly bullish on the long-term future of Ethereum as well. Just to practice some risk management. If Bitcoin starts to make new lower lows, if we break below this wick, if we break below 33,300, I'm going to start to move some of my portfolio into stablecoins. And if we make a new lower low below 30K, I'll probably move the majority of my portfolio into stablecoins. So while I am bullish and I am buying, I do also understand what it would mean if we start to make new lower lows. And if we start making new lower lows, the likelihood of us entering a bear market vastly increases. So while I have been buying the dip, I also want to share with you guys what it would take for me to start practicing risk management, start moving to stable coins, and start leaning more bearish. And a breakdown below 33,300 would be the first time I start moving to stable coins with a minority of my portfolio. And if we make a new lower low below 30K, I would probably move the majority of my portfolio into stable coins to buy back in on bullish retests. So that's what I'm doing in the market. And so, as well, there's one more thing. Oh, yes. So, I want to share with you guys some else tangible to look out for with Ethereum. So, I have here highlighted the two most important. And sorry if I'm going on too long here, man. And feel free
go ahead, man.
to
No, I'm having fun.
okay, and bump in whenever you feel like. But I've highlighted what I think are the two most significant moving averages for understanding Ethereum. One EMA, the 21 EMA in the 6 hour, which is great for understanding short-term price action for Ethereum, and the 200 EMA, this white line on the 10 hour, which is great for understanding more long-term movements with Ethereum. We can see here all throughout our impulse, the 21 EMA on the 6 hour held as support. As soon as we start to look shaky and start to test it and fall below it, that was the beginning of the downtrend. It's almost like these EMAs we're telling you about are significant. Here held as support all throughout the uptrend. Here held as resistance all throughout the uptrend. So, very relevant EMA, this yellow line, great for understanding short-term price action. We're currently above it. And then this 200 EMA on the 10 hour, great for understanding more higher time frame potential support / resistance levels. We can see here, we had a massive pump, we had a massive dump, found support here, the market's telling us this is a relevant level. So this level is good for kind of long-term picture, this level is kind of good for short-term picture, and we're currently above both, so that's a good sign. So as long as we can keep holding above these two, that's a good sign. If we start to break below these two, if we start to break below this green trend line, then this starts to look like a bearish breakdown from this wedge, and if we break down bearishly from this wedge, we could fall to kind of 2200, we could fall even below 2000. So it's pretty critical that we hold above this green trend line. So if we start to break below this green trend line, the downside is pretty substantial. Potential.
100%, man. I think one thing maybe because you can give we can give all this kind of advice, I guess, and all that, but I think in terms of setting people up for success, I guess just giving them the right tools, because that's when when everything is going up and there's a clear direction, guys. It's very easy to talk about technical analysis doesn't matter. Technical analysis is not really the way. You got to look at the fundamentals, sure. But once you want to have some sort of a strategy of going about things, if you want to DCA into things, you want dollar cost average, you want to understand these levels. And this is not rocket science, guys. This is not something out of the ordinary that we're looking at. These are just simple EMAs that even if you go on Google right now and search for important EMAs or the most popular EMAs or the most important technical indicators or whatever, there's a select few out there that the whole market actually prefers. MACDs, RSIs, and EMAs, and even if you want to take a look at candlesticks and see what they mean or what they tell you in terms of, oh, is there accumulation happening here at this level? Okay, what kind of pattern should I be looking at? What kind of things I should be looking at? So in terms of for you to be equipped properly to conduct these, so once things start to go down and people don't know if they should buy here or in the bottom, or know when's the critical time, because right now if you actually you can't like really, you didn't train your eye to see those patterns, you wouldn't know that somewhere around here there's an explosion that's going to happen either to the upside or the downside. We fully think if we break below this line, Ethereum's going to continue to drop heavy. So we anticipate that. We do have money on the side, and we're looking at, what, let me wait till here. So it makes you, exercise your patience a bit, and you start kind of targeting certain areas and certain price levels. So you need to equip yourself with some sort of technical analysis to understand what we're talking about here. And technical analysis actually does help when things are going bad, and definitely when you want to take a step back from the market for a bit. And definitely in terms of here, let me see if this level is going to hold. Looks like we had a lot of accumulation somewhere closer to 32,000, 33,000 region. Perfect. Well, we're dropping here. Let me just add a bit here, because this might not hold. Then it drops again. All right, let me just add more. So you need technical analysis, guys. And these, based on the questions we get on those chats and then the comments and then just Discord as well. Should I buy? Should I sell? It tells you that you need to equip yourself more with this technical analysis. So again, in our Discord, there's a bunch of resource sections that you can take a look at. You can Google everything. Everything is out there, but also, we're more than happy to answer any questions you got. But yeah, man, as in, people need to take a look at technical analysis, man. I think it's obviously adding a lot more value to your investment strategy overall, even if it's for the long term. We're looking at the monthly
100%.
charts, we're looking at the weekly charts here, guys.
100%. Yeah. Fundamentals are great for understanding the long term, but if you want to understand the short term, technical analysis is where it's at. And I hear people say, oh, technical analysis doesn't work. It's bullshit. Just stick to fundamentals. And then there's people that say, oh, fundamentals are bullshit. All you need to follow is price action and technicals. And the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Guys, we try to bring you the best of both. Our understanding when it comes to technical analysis and understanding when it comes to fundamentals. Guys, if you understand technical analysis, you understand that we're at an inflection point. We're forming this wedge, and we're near this apex, and we're going to break out soon. And whatever way we break out, we're likely to move quite substantially and trend in that direction for quite some time. So if you know that an inflection point is coming, then you'd know that you'd want to wait to see what way we break out, because whatever way we break out, we're likely to trend in that direction for quite some time. So guys, the more confident you could be of your own understanding of technical analysis, the more confident you can be in your investment, in your trade, and know yourself what's going on. Because if you know technical analysis, you don't have to trade or invest based off your emotions and how you're feeling or how much unrealized gains you're making or losing. No, the chart will tell you a story, and the chart will tell you what's more likely and what's less likely. And just to wrap up on that point as well, when it comes to fundamental analysis, guys, the reason why I'm so bullish on Ethereum long term, and the reason why personally, if Ethereum did crash into a bear market and we're going back at like $500, well, it would suck while it's happening, but I'm very confident that I think Ethereum is going to come back around 2024, 2025, reach all-time highs, and then vastly surpass it again. So guys, know what you're invested into. I know I'm pretty confident in my understanding of Ethereum. That's why I'm so bullish on it long term, and that's why while these short-term dumps suck if you're trading or for short-term price action, over the long term these dumps don't matter. Over the long term these dumps are just great for buying the dip. So understand technical analysis and understand what you're invested in. And if you do those two things, then you could be more confident in what you're holding, in your investment, in your trade, and you won't have to buy or sell based off emotions. You want to buy or sell based off logically well thought out plans. And understanding technical and fundamental analysis helps you create those plans.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let them know, man.
100%.
Let them know.
Yeah. So I see we got support here in the super chat.
What do we got here?
$2 super chat from Infinity. Appreciate all the support, everyone.
I see this name a lot recently. Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What else we got here, man? What else do we got? What do we want to look at?
Well, we could take a look maybe here at Cardano. I see Jason Webb is saying, sup, y'all. Think it's another fake out. Could be. Again, man, like it's pretty concerning that we're currently finding rejection off our trend line here. So let's take that away.
Right.
Oof. Even look at that hourly candle, man. That is not good. This
Yeah, I think it's
candle,
pretty clear right now. There's a bit of a what are you looking right now? Hourly?
yeah, it's the hourly.
Yeah, it's pretty indecisive. The scandal over here. So
Yeah.
it's telling we pump heavy. We really overextended. Wicks to the upside and the downside. Just a bit of buying power. I guess those are the people that got in late or thought it's a breakout. And that's probably Jason. that way. But yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some sort of retracement, maybe back down to 37. What are you thinking? I think 37, 300, somewhere closer here, just to retest this region, maybe.
I think you're kind of optimistic, man. I think that's kind of like the minimum price target, man. Like this is actually pretty bad. This is not. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We broke out bullishly. We fell down. Went back up to retest it. We're finding rejection, guys. If we can't get above this trend line, then we could definitely make. It's possible. Not telling you guys it's going to happen. It might not happen, but it's totally possible to make a lower low below this level here. I mean, I could see that if we find rejection here. I mean, man, I could see this falling to $35,000 to $34,000. Retesting.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So like I'm saying somewhere close to, if we zoom out a bit here, maybe you'll see everybody knows the wedge we've been talking about. But we're saying here, yeah, and that's the thing. But what we need to understand, guys, is that the closer we get to the apex, the more price reactive. Any movement to the upside, any movement to the downside is gonna really just go crazy. So the sooner we get to this side over here, not the sooner, the closer we get to it, the more.
Uh-oh. Message dropped off. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear him? Am I talking over you? I might be talking over you. You guys want to let me know in the comments if you can hear me, if you can hear Messin, if I'm talking over him. If you guys want to let me know.
That's I guess the main question we're trying to see here. And how long is how much is left here for us to kind of reach an area of not confluence, but
oh, by the way,
2 days.
So I think we cut off here. I think they could hear me, but not you. I think you cut off for like 15-20 seconds there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Do you want to repeat what you said?
Yeah, if they can hear you. Okay, I hear messing. Okay, so that's what we're saying.
Last 30 seconds.
Last 30 seconds. Okay, I forgot what I even said. But yeah, so that's what we're saying here, guys. The closer we get to this apex, the more irrational the price action is, and the more it's driven by people that really want to hop in on that long. It's gonna have a lot of leverage trading, and or if it starts to break below, a lot of leverage into the short. But then again, no one knows what's gonna happen here. So that's what we're saying. It's gonna be really whippy. That's the price action. The price action is gonna be really whippy. Yeah, we saw a 1 hour candle just literally just not skyrocket, but just pump into this. Now we're seeing some sort of rejection. But the closer we get to the apex here, the supply and demand will have to meet, the buyers and sellers will have to meet, and the price action will become very irrational. So we need to be careful once we get here, and we need to again be patient. But sometime soon, it looks like here the next couple of if we're seeing it, let's say we get to the apex somewhere. Yeah, it looks like within the next 2 days are gonna be very critical, man. Holy, kind of nervous now.
Yeah, this is bad, man. Because again, Sundays, weekends are typically bad. We have the Bitcoin Miami conference, which is a bullish catalyst. So oftentimes there's an anticipatory run-up leading up to bullish catalyst and then a sell-off. So we have potential sell-off. We have, we have this bear trap. We have Elon fudding. This isn't good. The bear trend, the short-term trend is bearish.
Let's just take a deep breath, guys. Let's all meditate and pray for a bit. Take this moment, push Bitcoin up, maybe do a rain dance or something. Man, I know you had a couple songs. At one point you wanted to bring the bull run back, so
definitely. Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. This is bad, and guys, this is extremely significant, and we're probably gonna find out in the very near future, this week, next week, what Bitcoin will do for the next few months. Because guys, we're in this wedge, and we're gonna break out soon. This weekend, next 2-3 days, and whatever way we break out, we're likely to trend in that direction for quite some time. So if we break down bearishly, and if we start putting in new lower lows, each lower low we put in below each one of these green, horizontal support lines makes it more likely the bearish trend continues. So if we start to make new lower lows, break down from this triangle, that's not good. That's not good. And
Yeah.
guys, just so
Yeah.
you know, just so you guys understand what my position is, if we break down below 33,300, that's my cue to start moving to stable coins. And if we make a new lower low below 30,000, that's when I will start heavily moving into stable coins, probably with a majority of my portfolio. Maybe not, though. I still haven't worked out the exact numbers quite just yet. But just so you guys know where I plan on practicing risk management, I'm beginning to sell off into stable coins at a lower low below 33,300, and then pretty much fully out of the market if we drop below 30,000. But until that happens, things are still unsure.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, just so we clarify, I guess, what we're saying here, guys, we still got like some time, right? So even if we're getting rejected off here right now, it is pretty bad. Let's see how that plays out. But we definitely need these buyers to step in. I still, that's from my point of view. You just stated yours, but from my end here, I would say we still got a couple days of even if Bitcoin right now still drops somewhere close to here and finds a higher low, I'm still cool with that. But I just don't want it to fully, in terms of extremities, go below this line over here. And if maybe I would say, the way it's been moving kind of slow, but maybe somewhere closer to the 35, 36 is where I want to find that support. And if it actually does break above this guy over here, we want to go back to these higher levels. So that's the thing. I'm still going to give Bitcoin a couple of days. Rejection here could mean that we're dropping down below here and then moving back upwards. So let's just see what's going to happen. Our buyer's going to step in now with our boy Elon having the laser eyes going on. Let's see. But you're right, man. As soon as we start seeing this break below, it's not going to look good. I don't think it's going to look good.
Yeah, and guys, we're still within our pattern. We still need to wait for the breakout. We still need confirmation. So I'm not telling you, I'm not panic selling now. I'm just telling you guys what it would take for me to start practicing a bit of risk management. And so I'm still not certain about these numbers, what percentages of my portfolio. I'm still not sure about that. But at these levels, I will start moving to stablecoins because each lower low that we make makes it more likely that we could break down further. And a lower low below 30K looks to me like a breakdown from a very macro head and shoulders pattern, and a bearish breakdown from a macro head and shoulders pattern. The target price for that is literally bottomless. So there's nothing but downside potential if we make a new lower low below 30K. So I'm using that as the tipping point for me to kind of lean more bull market or bear market. 30K, and if we can break above 42 and then this red trend line, I'll start to look more bullish. Break down below 30K, I'll start to look more bearish. So yeah, that's what I'm saying with that. Also, should we take a look at maybe Cardano? I saw someone.
Let's take a look at Cardano here. I see some people that you should have kept him. All right, let's see.
I feel free to address
I was
it.
about to roast him. It's all good. Go ahead. Let's go with Cardano.
All right, so guys, Cardano. I've said this a lot. I'm gonna keep saying it because for me, I think the main takeaway with Cardano is pretty simple. I think if we want Cardano to be bullish, we need to remain above these three previous peaks. As long as we can hold above this, then we have upside potential. Resistance here in the short term is $1.75 to about $1.90. If we can flip this area, this range from $1.90, $1.75 from resistance into support, then we can retest all-time highs and end up price discovery. That is what I'm looking out for with Cardano.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's been holding. It's been holding. You'll see the whole
really
market
well.
here. The whole market went back to levels from January. Vechain, a lot of those went back to levels that they had back in January. This was January's Cardano, 35 cent. Cardano's holding nicely, man. The price action, the performance, even outside of the chart, has been nice. Alonso's upgrade or hard fork or whatever they call it. It's a bunch of projects are gonna come up for Cardano. You'll see that there's a lot of appetite, there's a lot of interest, and people have been accumulating left and right, man. In terms of price action, it's just still on these all-time highs areas. So I'm not really. You'll see how you can tell that it's a favorite in the market right now, definitely, and there's a lot of excitement. Even if you look at Ethereum's having a worse performance than Cardano. You're looking at Vechain, again, worse performance. A lot of others worse performance, except for Matic, for example. Matic and Cardano's doing good. So Cardano is definitely something that we I guess we like right now, but the price action has been excellent. in my opinion, man.
It's been holding up substantially well. The question is, would I be buying it right now? I don't know, man. We're pretty close to all-time highs. The market is super precarious. If you guys want to play things a bit more safe, again, where I would start to, huh?
No, I was gonna say leverage all of everything.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna leverage everything, you might as well use it with our Bybit link. The link to join Bybit is down in the description below. Because we get a kickback if you sign up with our link. Just so you guys know, when you hear these large crypto YouTubers show their Bybit link, we have one too, except we're honest about it, and you know the things surrounding it. They get commission based off your trades. So you know, maybe
something worth mentioning.
Yeah,
you know?
so maybe we shouldn't name names because we don't want to get in trouble here. But you know, when these large crypto YouTubers show these Bybit links, they don't care if you make money or not because they make money whether or not you make money. And the vast majority of new traders, especially trading leverage, lose money. So if you already know, if you're confident when it comes to trading and your TA understanding, sure, go for it. Whatever, we use it, we do it too. So that's why we have it. We do it. So you know, if you're confident, go ahead. But if you're still learning, leverage is a great way to lose money fast. Yeah.
Don't leverage. Straight up, don't leverage.
Don't. Yeah. Great way to lose money fast. So yeah. I forget what I was gonna say before I went on that.
Cardano Bitcoin.
Cardano Bitcoin. What? Cardano Bitcoin? What was I saying?
You were saying we're on Cardano, man.
Okay. Which is I don't know. I just wouldn't be buying. Which is okay. Yeah. So once Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is leaving the market, once Bitcoin starts to look more bullish, at that point I would be more confident of buying anything in the market. So getting above and holding 42K is the first bit of confidence that the bull trend could continue, that the bull market could continue. And then flipping this red trend line and then retesting it and holding it would be kind of our ultimate last layer of support. If we can get above 42K, it's the first major sign that the bull trend in the bull market could continue. If we can get above and retest this red trend line and hold it, that's kind of the one of the last major signals that the bull market could continue. So that's what I'm looking for with that.
Yeah. Yes, me too. Me too.
So look, man, I got most of what I wanted to say off my chest. Is there any kind of housekeeping or anything you want to talk about? Maybe we can answer something in the comments. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, we've been running close to, what do we got here? Almost an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for all the chats and all the super chats. Yeah, man, no, I think that's pretty much it. We're saying here the next couple of days are extremely crucial for the space, so keep in mind. If you just got into this right now, then I would say still, just kind of exercise some patience, a couple of days, and see where the market is. See how, keep watching our live streams, I guess, and see whatever we think about it. But yeah, man, no, I think that's pretty much it for me as well. Chats, I don't really see anything, unless if you guys have any questions for us. Let us know here, and I see you looking through a couple things. What are you looking at, man?
Algorand. So I did see someone mention Algorand. So Algorand, I've actually been warming up to. So this is another, kind of smart contract, decentralized application protocol. It's kind of up there with Solana, kind of up there with Polkadot and these kind of types of protocols. So the thing. Oh, we didn't even talk about the price action for Mercurial. Anyways,
let's do it.
Sure, but let's kind of finish up on Algorand. So the one thing I would say about Algorand is that I do think it's promising. I've actually been hearing more and more about this thing. We've been making more and more partnerships. But the one main takeaway is, again, this market's driven by fear and greed and speculation. And the projects with good marketing are the projects that pump. And Algorand has shit marketing. I've seen zero marketing behind Algorand. But if it has good technology, good fundamentals, and a long-term staying potential, but nobody understands it and nobody's heard about it and it hasn't pumped, potentially something that's undervalued, worth keeping on a watch list. So while I'm still learning more about Algorand and I don't know a whole lot, I've been warming up to it as of recently.
Yeah.
So that's that, man. Look, I'll wrap it up here with Mercurial. For me, pretty simple. If we can flip the 786, if we can get above, I'd say 88, really 90 cents, just start flipping some resistance into support, then we could start to look more bullish because we're forming a bit of a descending trend.
I am telling you, if Bitcoin breaks just a bit bullishly, everybody and their mother are putting so much money into a lot of these altcoins, just knowing what they can do, knowing what kind of price action can result from that. So,
It's
oh
true,
man, if I'm telling you, man, if Elon just sits on the side for a bit,
bro.
God,
Elon needs to, he needs to chill, man. He's messing with people's money. And look, he's a billionaire, so he's not worried about money. But there's real people, middle class people who have jobs, who have money in crypto, have money in Bitcoin, and his FUD has a direct negative correlation with money. And he's sitting pretty in his castle, and he's playing and messing around with people's savings and investments. So it's definitely not cool. Honestly, man, like I kind of like Tesla and I like SpaceX, and while I still like their mission and I still like their goals and their philosophy, at this point, like I wouldn't buy a Tesla. This guy's fucking with the market, fucking with people's money.
you actually
Um,
wouldn't buy a Tesla?
I
You don't want
mean,
to get the Cybertruck?
the Cybertruck is pretty.
It's nice, man. Come on.
It is nice, but like, look, man. At the end of the day, I don't know, but I'm really starting to not like Elon because Elon Musk is like having fun with his stuff, but this is actually having a real world impact on people's savings.
That's
So
right.
yeah, so it's definitely not cool. I'm definitely losing respect for him. He's definitely looking bad. The more he does this, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So that's pretty much it for me. I don't know if you got any kind of
No,
final
that's pretty
words
much
here.
it for me as well, man. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow. We got a lot more to come. And yeah, man, I'm just happy to be back in the market here. The past week
Yeah,
or so,
I'm
we've been a
glad
bit
you're.
busy.
How's France nowadays, man?
Look, man, I'm going beyond right now. I'm
Beyond
deep in the
France.
trenches. I'm deep in the trenches,
So
man.
you're telling me you're in the Mazenot line right now?
Look, man, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about
Damn.
it. I'm
Okay.
going
So
underground, underground to get some answers here. I go just
digging for
disappear for a bit.
gems. Okay.
Come back, let you guys know, then disappear again. But soon enough, man, we're gonna control the space. So make sure you stay tuned.
100%, guys, folks. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. For the love of God, just click on every single link in the description. Just click on all the links. We'll be happy campers. Just do what all the links tell you to do. And then that's it from me,
And
man.
say goodbye to your money. Thank you guys for watching.
Bro, you can't
Appreciate it.
FUD the channel.
I don't think anyone's. Oh wow, we actually got 200 people.
Yeah,
still.
bro, we got people listening. You guys are
Okay,
troopers.
guys,
Yeah.
you just do it all. Thank you guys for watching. What's beyond France? Butt scratch your FS. What's beyond France? You gotta know yourself.
We're gonna
Maybe
find
I'll
out
put a
soon.
GoPro. I need to get a GoPro just to show these guys.
Yeah, show your adventures. So, guys, look, enough for me. We're rambling at this point. Just thank you guys, and stay tuned for the next one. That's it for me, man. Take care, everyone.